Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. Today we're diving into the absolute best JRPGs you can play on the Nintendo Switch. These are the games that earned perfect scores, the ones that set the bar for what a JRPG should be. Whether you're into massive open worlds, tactical combat, or emotional stories, this list has something incredible for you. Let's jump right in. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 takes place on the backs of massive creatures called Titans that float through an endless cloud sea. You play as Rex, a salvager who accidentally bonds with a legendary blade named Pyra and gets pulled into a journey to reach Elysium, a paradise that supposedly exists at the top of the world tree. The combat system revolves around drivers like Rex fighting alongside their blades, building up combo chains by timing your attacks and switching between different elemental abilities. You'll collect dozens of blades throughout the game, each with unique weapons and skills that completely change how you approach battles. The real-time combat has you positioning yourself around enemies, building up arts through auto-attacks, then unleashing special moves in sequence to create devastating elemental combos and chain attacks. The game features massive environments to explore, tons of side quests that flesh out the world, and a field skill system where you'll need specific blades to access certain areas. While the story starts lighthearted, it gradually becomes more serious as Rex and his friends uncover the truth about the Titans, blades, and the world's cycle of life and death.
Anchor shot! Ha! Why not? Yeah! Gah! Ha! See, Grumps? I'm getting better.
Monster Hunter Rise puts you in the role of a hunter, defending Kamura Village from massive monsters during the Rampage, a catastrophic event where hordes of creatures attack simultaneously. The game revolves around hunting giant beasts, carving materials from them, and crafting better weapons and armor to take on even tougher challenges. Rise introduces the Wire Bug, a game-changing tool that lets you zip around environments, perform aerial attacks, and pull off unique silk-bind moves specific to each of the 14 weapon types. Combat is all about learning monster patterns, targeting weak points, and knowing when to attack or dodge, with each weapon offering a completely different playstyle, from fast dual blades to slow but devastating greatswords. You'll prepare for hunts by eating meals for buffs, gathering supplies, and choosing the right equipment for each monster's elemental weaknesses. The Palamute Companion lets you ride into battle and traverse maps quickly, while your Palico Buddy provides support with healing and buffs. Between hunts, you'll manage your equipment loadouts, upgrade your gear through the smithy, and take on optional quests to unlock new items.
These are the hunting basics.
Xenoblade Chronicles X drops you onto planet Mira after Earth's destruction, where humanity's survivors are trying to establish a new home while dealing with hostile alien factions and dangerous indigenous creatures. You create your own character and join Blade, a military organization exploring Mira's 5 massive continents to find resources and uncover the planet's mysteries. The combat system is similar to other Xenoblade games, with auto attacks and arts, but adds a class system where you can switch between different roles like Striker, Commando, or Psycho Ruptor, each with unique weapons and abilities. The real game changer is the Skell mechs you unlock partway through, massive robots you can pilot that transform exploration and combat by letting you fly across Mira's enormous landscapes and take on creatures that would be impossible to fight on foot. Exploration is the core focus here, with each continent being absolutely gigantic and filled with diverse ecosystems, hidden treasures, and creatures, ranging from docile to extremely deadly. You'll plant data probes across the map to establish fast travel points and generate resources, creating a network that gradually opens up Mira.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight! Shadow strike!
Assault hammer!
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
Flame grenade! Almost there!
Fire Emblem Three Houses puts you in the role of a mercenary turned professor at the Officers Academy, where you'll choose to lead one of 3 houses, each representing different nations with their own ideals and students. The first half of the game takes place at the monastery, where you'll teach your students, build relationships through support conversations, and prepare for monthly story battles. Combat is turn-based tactical strategy on grid-based maps, where positioning, weapon advantages, and terrain play crucial roles in victory. Each unit has different classes they can promote into, from basic soldiers to advanced classes like Wyvern Riders or Snipers, and you'll decide how to develop each student based on their strengths and your needs. The monastery exploration between battles lets you interact with students, complete side quests, fish, cook meals that provide battle bonuses, and participate in activities that strengthen your bonds with characters. The Divine Pulse mechanic lets you rewind turns if someone dies or you make a tactical mistake, making the game more forgiving than past entries without removing the strategic challenge.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is set on the frozen bodies of two massive titans, Bionis and Mechonis, locked in an eternal standoff. You play as Shulk, a young scientist who gains the ability to wield the Monado, a legendary sword that can damage the Mechon machines threatening his home. The combat happens in real time with auto attacks while you control one party member and command two AI companions, choosing when to activate arts that have cooldown timers and positioning requirements. The Monado gives Shulk visions of the future during battle, showing you when enemies are about to use devastating attacks, letting you warn allies or change tactics to prevent the predicted outcome. You'll build up a party gauge through combat that enables chain attacks where all three party members unleash arts in sequence for massive damage. The game features a deep affinity system where completing quests and talking to NPCs in the right order builds relationships between towns, unlocking new quests and rewards. Each area is enormous, with multiple levels of verticality, encouraging exploration to find hidden paths, secret areas, and powerful optional bosses that can be dozens of levels higher than you.
Octopath Traveler II features 8 protagonists, each with their own starting location, storyline, and unique path action that affects how they interact with the world and NPCs. You'll choose one character to start with, then gradually recruit the other 7 as you explore the continent of Celestia, with each character's story divided into chapters that can be completed in various orders. The combat is turn-based, with a boost point system that lets you save up points to enhance your actions, and a break system, where hitting enemies with their elemental or weapon weaknesses depletes their shield, stunning them for a turn. Each character has a base job, like Scholar or Merchant, but you can also assign secondary jobs from a pool of 12 classes, mixing abilities to create powerful combinations. The path actions are where the game gets creative. The Thief can steal items from NPCs. The Hunter can capture monsters to summon in battle, and the Dancer can allure townspeople to follow them and help in fights. Day and night cycles change which NPCs are available and which path actions you can use, adding a layer of strategy to exploration. The HD 2D art style blends pixel art characters with 3D environments and dramatic lighting, creating gorgeous visuals, especially in handheld mode.
What's our plan of attack? My spear shall strike through!
My turn. You've been exposed. Missed.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is set in Ionios, a world where two nations, Khaves and Agnes, are locked in perpetual war, with soldiers engineered to live only 10 years before their terms end. You control 6 characters, 3 from each nation, who discover they can combine into Ouroboros forms and decide to break free from this cycle to find the truth behind their world. The combat system is the most refined in the series, combining real-time action with party management, where you'll build up tactical combos by inflicting status effects in the right order to create devastating chain attacks. The class system is incredibly flexible, letting characters learn and switch between over 20 classes from across both nations, mixing and matching abilities to create ideal party compositions. Each pair of characters can fuse into an Ouroboros, powerful transformations with their own moves and strategies that act as your ultimate abilities during tough fights. You'll explore 7 massive regions, each with distinct environments and ecosystems, completing hero quests that unlock new characters who join as support units and provide additional classes to master. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door follows Mario on a quest to find the 7 crystal stars and save Princess Peach from the X-Nauts, while uncovering the mystery of the legendary treasure behind the titular door. The combat is turn-based, with an action command system where well-timed button presses increase damage or reduce damage taken, keeping battles engaging throughout. You'll recruit various partners like Goombella, Koops, and Vivian, each with field abilities needed to solve environmental puzzles and unique battle skills that consume flower points. The badge system lets you customize Mario's abilities extensively, equipping badges that add new moves, boost stats, or change how combat functions, with limited badge points forcing meaningful choices. Between battles, you'll explore diverse chapters that play out like self-contained stories, from becoming a wrestling champion to solving a murder mystery on a train, with each chapter introducing memorable characters and creative scenarios. The paper aesthetic is used brilliantly for puzzles, where Mario can roll into a tube, fold into a paper airplane, or turn sideways to slip through cracks. The writing is genuinely funny, with clever dialogue, witty enemy descriptions, and tons of references that add personality to every interaction. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom picks up after Breath of the Wild, with Link and Zelda discovering an ancient evil beneath Hyrule Castle that awakens and causes catastrophic upheaval across the land. Link loses his arm in the encounter, but gains new abilities from a mysterious ancient warrior, including Ultra Hand, which lets you grab and fuse objects together to create vehicles and contraptions. Fuse, that combines weapons with materials for unique effects. Ascend, to phase through ceilings, and Recall, to reverse an object's movement through time. The world has expanded vertically, with sky islands floating above Hyrule and a massive underground area called the Depths below, effectively tripling the playable space. The building mechanics are incredibly robust, letting you create cars, planes, boats, and bizarre machines using fans, wheels, rockets, and other Zonai devices scattered throughout the world. Combat is enhanced by the Fuse ability, which lets you attach materials to weapons and shields, creating elemental effects or increasing durability and damage in creative ways. You'll explore shrines and temples similar to the first game, but with puzzles designed around your new abilities, requiring creative thinking to manipulate objects and reverse time. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild opens with Link awakening after 100 years of slumber to find Hyrule in ruins, with Calamity Ganon contained inside Hyrule Castle, and Princess Zelda holding him at bay using her sealing power. The game gives you 4 core rune abilities early on: Remote Bombs, Magnesis to manipulate metal objects, Stasis to freeze objects in time, and Cryonis to create ice pillars, then sets you loose in a fully open world with almost no restrictions. You can literally head straight to the final boss after the tutorial if you want, or spend 100+ hours exploring every corner of the map. The climbing system lets you scale virtually any surface as long as you have stamina, and the paraglider allows you to leap from mountains and glide across vast distances, creating unparalleled freedom of movement. Combat involves weapons with durability that break after extended use, forcing you to constantly adapt and experiment with different swords, spears, and bows rather than relying on one tool. The physics and chemistry systems create emergent gameplay, where fire spreads, metal conducts electricity, objects respond to momentum, and elemental interactions create solutions to problems the developers never explicitly designed. And there you have it, the top 10 perfect 10 out of 10 JRPGs on the Nintendo Switch. Every single one of these games deserves your time, whether you're into tactical strategy, action RPGs, or open-world adventures. Which one of these is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't played all of these yet, you've got some amazing adventures waiting for you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content.